The more things change, the more they stay the same. America's best-selling truck for more than 40 years running is now electric. Unfortunately for you, Ford has stopped taking orders for the 2022 Ford F-150 Lightning due to demand. While the rest of us will have to wait till next year, Senior Autos reporter Pras Subramanian did not have to wait to drive this baby. He's joining us now to talk about it. Now, I'm curious because Ford F-150 owners, which I know a lot of, they don't really care how it goes on the highway. They care how this thing tows and how it drives off-road. So that's what I want to hear about first, if you don't mind.
So yeah, we had the opportunity to drive both on-road, off-road, and tow as well in a 2-day test that I had. And let me start with the on-road impressions, where I thought the truck actually surprised me when I thought it was like, am I in the normal F-150? Very smooth power delivery, quiet. And I think that's on purpose. That's on design. They want you to feel like you're actually in a normal F-150, but it's quieter. It's very smooth and very powerful. So on road, it was great, but I was really impressed with the off-road, Dave, I'm sorry.
I get it.
Briggs, how about Briggs? So off-road, it was amazing in terms of just the sheer ability to have instant torque right off the bat, on rocks, on loose terrain. You can lock the differential in the back and it can just basically get you on anything. So in my opinion, it was super impressive from that point of view because of the fact that it's no slip, there's no whining and the transmission kind of struggling. It's just straight power immediately. And of course, towing, you mentioned towing. I had a 5,000-pound trailer in the back. You couldn't really feel it. It felt like you're just driving normally. Now your range comes down by about half, right? But that's, I guess, Ford said that's what happens when you normally drive a truck with a big payload or trailer in the back too.
Now, obviously, this looks huge. So in terms of sort of the bells and whistles, the interior, what are we looking at in terms of like cool features inside?
You know, they did a really good job of keeping that interior sort of very welcoming and presentable to what most owners would have expect. But they actually added a couple of electrified elements, like the big vertical tablet screen in the front that you've seen in the Ford Mach-E. You can basically control everything with that, your climate control, your radio, infotainment, everything, navigation. And it's very informative too because it's got that big screen, very clear legibility. And also the fact that you can actually type in where you want to go and it'll tell you where to actually charge up when you need to.
Pras, so it sounds like you're a fan of this. I think initially when it was laid out there from Ford, lots of people were questioning whether they would want to buy or people would want to buy an electrified F-150. It sounds like you think it's a huge hit.
You know, from my point of view, I think it's a big win for Ford. They really had some key things in mind that they wanted to hit: capability, utility, power, and also fun, right? I mean, it's not just a truck that you take to the work site, also to the campsite and to maybe a tailgate. And I think they really succeeded at that because Rivian is their big competition and they're more of an adventure, fun, go anywhere kind of truck. This is actually a truck you can actually, power your home in, power a work site, power a campsite. So I think they really kind of hit it out of the park, making a truck that has so much utility, but also can be used for that fun off-roading that, we all want to do.
And unlike Rivian, it does appear you can get one at some point, but when can you get this new truck? They've stopped taking orders for this year's model. Will you be able to get one this time next year?
If you're lucky. Now, they're making them right now in Dearborn. You can actually, if you can go to a lot, you might find one. Most of them are spoken for. They might have some that trickle out to the lots that you can actually buy at retail if you're lucky. But for the most part, you're not going to get your hands on one until like maybe 2023.
Wow.
I don't think.
So you have to be willing to wait. But hey, there's long lines to wait for any new car out there right now. So we'll see. Sure. All right. Pras Subramanian, thanks so much.